These are the requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom of 3 kids. Number 1 is that you need to be making at least $130K a year, and you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make $50K a year? Second is, I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the DeMarkco effect, where you get the full effect of me. So requirements to be a stepmom to a woman that has 3 kids by another man, so another man DNA. So typically, she's just asking who's going to be goofy enough to take care of these kids, because women do this a lot. Once they have a kid, their standards go high. When they get older, their standards get high. And really, it gets lower. You had 3 kids. 3 kids. You're not married. You want a guy in the top 10%, right, to come in, take care of you, 3 kids, and himself. That's 5 people. And if he doesn't have a kid, that's best case scenario, right? In your book. Or he can go and get a woman that don't have kids because he's the top 10% earner in the world, and just do whatever you want to do. Which one sounds better? A woman with 3 kids or a woman with no kids? The one with none. I don't understand why these women have such high standards when 90% of them want the 10% of the man anyways. It's not going to work out. But we can hear the delusion. I love delusion because I deal with some delusion on a daily too. Some women. I deal with some delusional women. We all do, right? I'm talking about in terms of like seeing them on a daily, like, you know these people, you see these people, that they're in your environment. You see opportunity. I mean, you see examples of it. We see delusional women every day. Trust and believe it. We do.
Because they look old as fuck already. I'm 26. I'm a baby. So yeah. You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. You have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate. Purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense. Like, and if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one. The last requirement is that it has to be pink. If it's not pink, no. Pink and brown go together. Pink and brown, like what? Duvalin, you know?
So you gotta have 3 cars. Gotta have an SUV big enough to fit the kids. You also have to have a property. You also have to have another property that you're looking into. You also have to make $130,000 a year. Essentially meaning you make at least $10,500 a month. To date a woman with 3 kids, that's not gonna do shit. She referred to herself as a baby in this video too, so we can't forget that. This woman called herself a baby. So you're a baby, you're a 26-year-old baby with 3 kids, and you have high requirements, and you ain't on shit, and you on bullshit. I don't know who's going to take that deal. I don't know what loser would take that deal, but even people making less money than that don't even want that. So how are you going to convince a man that makes a good amount of money $130,000. How you gonna convince that man to take on you and his kids? Because men that make that type of money, they want they they want a woman with no kids typically. They want to have their own kids. They don't want damaged goods. They don't. You can't go to the car dealership all fucked up and then telling them, yeah, my previous car is the bumper's bent, the AC don't work, sometimes the car don't start up. But what I want for it is this. If you guys can't give me $40,000 for this car that doesn't start sometimes, the bumper is bent, and the AC don't work, then get out of my face. Because I don't want to sell it to you guys. Because y'all don't know the worth of it. That is delusion. So correlate that back to a woman. I have 3 kids by I don't know how many different men. I have 3 kids, whatever, by another man. I'm 26. If you don't make $100,000 and have 3 cars and a property and you're working on your second property, then get out of my face because you don't deserve me. And you don't know my worth. Often guys look at that and be like, okay, what is the last guy doing for you? Because then I can see, okay, if the last guy was at least doing nothing cool, I can see why you would want that. But why didn't he want you? That's the question. Why aren't y'all together still? You let a guy get 3 kids out of you. You weren't married. But now you're looking for me to be a stepfather to kids that I can't discipline and kids I can't control and a kid I have no decision making with. That is an imbalance at all. It's an imbalance. Men do not want to take care of another man's kids, especially 3 of them. And you, they don't want that. If I know that I can't discipline his kid, and he or she can do whatever they want to say, and I can't do nothing about it, then what's the point? Because oftentimes when you ask these women, okay, I get it, you want to date a guy that does this and that, can he discipline your kids? She say, my kids are pretty good, but can he discipline your kids? No, he can't. He can discipline them, but he can't whoop them or nothing like that, because that's not his kids. And so it's like, okay, so what the fuck? Why do he want to take care of the kid? No one wants to do that. And this is the problem that we have, especially with these entitled women right here. Nobody's going to take care of you, girl. You can go ahead and go back to the Lululand and be whatever you want to be, but by yourself. She looked good enough to where somebody would want to do stuff with her and have fun with her, but nobody's taking you serious. Oftentimes, what I say to people, I tell people this: the best woman to have fun with is an older woman, a mom, or a pregnant woman. They're the most fun women they're the most, like, it's fun to be around them because you know that you ain't taking them serious. Not at all. But other than that, make sure y'all leave a comment down below, leave a like for the algorithm. It is free. If you're not subscribed, you can just subscribe. I appreciate you. You know, if you already are, I love you and I appreciate you already. But other than that, y'all have a good evening, good day, good night, good morning, and I'll see y'all.